everyone, and welcome to Lesson 33, where we're going to learn more about unit multipliers. So hopefully this isn't completely new to you. We had another lesson on this, but this time, of course, we're going to be getting into more complicated equations. So first of all, little pop quiz. What does inches squared mean? Well, just like 3 squared would equal 3 times 3, inches squared means inches times inches. So some sort of length this way, some sort of width this way, so we get a two-dimensional object. All right, so that was our little quiz, which will come in handy later in this lesson. Let's go ahead and work through a practice problem. Let's say you need to convert 360 inches to yards. Now think of it. Inches go into feet, and feet go into yards. But I can't really remember how many inches are in a yard. I more remember how many inches are in a foot, and then how many feet are in a yard. So how do we go from 360 inches all the way to yards? Well, what we need to do is we need to walk through this step by step. So first of all, let's convert this into feet. So do you remember the unit multiplier that has inches and feet? Well, we know 12 inches are in a foot, and we want inches to cancel out, right? So we'll put inches on the bottom. 12 inches equal 1 foot. Now, it turns out we can actually just add another unit multiplier so that we can do this all in one equation. So now we would be in feet, but we actually wanted to go all the way to yards. So how many feet are in a yard? Well, there are 3 feet in a yard. So we want the feet to cancel, so I'll put this on the bottom. 3 feet are in 1 yard. Now, if everything works out, we should be able to convert from inches to yards. Let's see. The inches would cancel out, the feet would cancel out, and we would be left with yards. So now let's see, what do we have on the top and what do we have on the bottom? Well, I'm noticing that we can probably simplify. So 360 divided by 12. 12 divided by 12 would be 1. 360 divided by 12 would be 30. Yes, 30. And then we can simplify a little bit more. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 30 divided by 3 is 10. Ooh, look, that simplified nicely. So now all we have is 10 times 1 times 1 in the numerator, and 360 is just a whole number, so it's over 1. We have 1 times 1 times 1. So 10 over 1 yards, or just 10 yards. So these type of equations aren't necessarily harder. They're just more thinking involved because there's more steps. So you need to think, how do I get from inches to yards, and then maybe use multiple unit multipliers to get there. And also just staying super organized. All right, now let's go ahead and do a slightly more advanced problem. Let's say that we had this problem. We have 4 meters squared, and we're wanting to change that to square centimeters. So we have meters squared to centimeters. Well, do we know a unit multiplier that compares centimeters? Remember that centi means 100 to meters. Well, yes, we know that 100 centimeters are in a meter. So let's go ahead and use that unit multiplier. So we want meters to cancel out. So put this on the bottom. So in 1 meter, we will have 100 centimeters. Now let's pause for a second. You might think, okay, so now this cancels out. We have meters in the numerator here, meters in the denominator. Oh wait, this isn't just meters, this is meters squared. This really means meters times meters, just like we learned up here. So that means 1 unit multiplier will actually only cancel out 1 of these meters. What do you think we should do? Well, if you said maybe we just need another unit multiplier, that was correct. So let's go ahead and add a second unit multiplier. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Now this would cancel both of those meters, and I'll show you what this will do. So this is gone because I just wrote out meters times meters. and that's canceled by the 2 meters in the denominator. Now let's go ahead and multiply. I don't see anything we can simplify because we only have ones in the denominator, so 1 times 1 is just 1. Then we have 4 times 100 times 100, so that'd be 4. Add 2 zeros, 40,000. And then we have centimeters times centimeters. So just like inches times inches is inches squared, centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. So this would be our answer, 40,000 centimeters squared. This is how you convert from meters squared to centimeters squared. You can't just use one unit multiplier because there are 2 units to cancel out, meters times meters, and we also want to convert to centimeters squared, not just centimeters. So, like I said, this isn't a new concept, but it is slightly more advanced because there may be multiple steps involved, getting from one type of unit to another, or you might have to deal with square units where you need multiple unit multipliers to convert from a unit squared to another unit squared. All right, this has been Lesson 33. If you have any questions, please let me know.